Hey, Shalom Akim. Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi. Call Halayim La, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwat that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatah. All right, so if you haven't been paying attention lately, we have quite a bit of shortage, happening along the coast of America on the east and the west, but mostly along the west coast. There's literally thousands of cargo ships full of freight that's not moving, that's remaining there. And it's beyond a shadow of a doubt at this time that this is all orchestrated. It's all, this is all contrived, right? But at the end of the day, it's still through the spirit and power of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? Because he's bringing about these plagues, he's bringing about these shortages. And when you look into famines, the word famines, it means shortage, right? So let's get this together real quick. All right, so the name of this lesson is going to be the lack of bread will cause divisions. The lack of bread is going to cause divisions, man. People are going to lose their minds. People are going to lose their minds out here, man. Let's start at verse. Let's go to Proverbs, and let's start at chapter 24. All right. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 24, verse 10. And it reads, "If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small." And you got to understand the days of adversity are upon us. The days of adversity are upon us. Salaki. I can't speak today. Salaki. The day of adversity is soon to come, and it's upon us right now, man. This winter is not going to be a good winter for a lot of people. It's not going to be a good winter, man. You know what I'm saying? But the prophets have been speaking about this, over and over and over, that this time is coming, this day is approaching. But it's not approaching anymore. This thing is here now. This whole reset, they about to bring this all out. They're about to bring this all out, man. You seeing robot dogs all over the place. They just unveiled the mounted weapon that these robot dogs have. The day of destruction is upon us, man. But if you faint in the day of adversity, then your strength is small. And what is that strength going into? The strength is going into not your physical strength, obviously. This talking about your spiritual strength. It's talking about your spiritual strength. If you faint in that day, right? If you give in, then you lost. Then you've lost. You know what I'm saying? You have lost. The scriptures say, "He that seeks to save his life shall lose it." All right, let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 69. 2nd Esdras 16 and 69. It says, "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden underfoot, right? And they that consent unto them. Meaning, if you give in to the ways of Esau, man, if you give in to what he's got going, man, it's not going to end well for you. It's not going to end well, right? But let's get started here. It says this is from RT News, right? One of the only people that's actually doing any news, right? It says U.S. Treasury Deputy U.S. Treasury Deputy Secretary warns unjuiced Americans that shortages will continue until everyone is juiced up. This from the Treasury Deputy Secretary, the second in command. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to America's finances, saying stuff like this. You can't. Esau is not. They're not holding it. They're not holding none of their punches no more. You know what I'm saying? They're not. They're taking the mask off, figuratively speaking, right? They're taking the mask off, the mask of the so-called nice guy, the guy that cares about you. After all these hundreds of years of us hating you niggas, you spics and you wetback tontos, all of a sudden we love y'all now. We love you so much. We want y'all to be the first ones to get this juice. Go and put this happy juice up in you. Right? Oh, well, we'll give you some. You don't want to do it? Okay. How about we give you some incentives? How about we'll pay you? We'll pay you $100 extra on your check, $100 extra bucks on your check. Right? How about that? Oh, you don't want that? How about some free donuts or a free lap dance? You know what I'm saying? Free tickets to a concert. Free lottery tickets. You see what I'm saying? Don't y'all want that? Don't y'all want some money? Don't y'all want some booty? You know what I'm saying? Y'all want some slack. Y'all want some cheeks clapped up on you, right? You know? I'm being funny, man, but this is Esau, man. This is Esau. Like, and the more he did this, the more, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians started thinking like, wait a minute, there's, something's wrong here, man. Something's wrong here. So Esau's losing patience, as Biden just said, as Biden just spoke, for all of the elites. They have lost patience. You know what I'm saying? They tried to do the subtle, the sly way of doing this thing, of getting you niggas on board. They tried that. I mean, they tried everything in the book. You need to understand this. They tried everything in the book. They said, oh, a black woman made this. You see? It's not us. A black woman made this juice. Go ahead and get it up in you. A black woman. You see? Y'all worship black women, right? They're your queens, your goddesses, right? Yeah, we done made them the heads of all your communities. Right? Esau's a crafty devil, I'll tell you that much. Esau's a crafty devil. John 10:10 says, the thief comes not but to steal, kill, and to destroy, man. And Esau's on a mission. He's on a mission. He wants that birthright back, goddammit. And he trying his best to get it. And the only way he can really bring this out in his mind is to do a whole complete reset, and every single one of y'all have to be disconnected from your power. And he's going to do this through some jabs and through that final solution, that MOTB, spoken of in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But enough talk. Let's get into this, man. It says the Deputy Secretary at the U.S. Treasury has put Americans on notice that the only way to end the plague of empty shelves around the country is for every resident to be juiced up. The frank warning came off as a threat to many. Wally Adeyemo, the Biden administration's second highest official in the Treasury Department, appeared to publicly blackmail the still sizable portion of Americans who have not been juiced against C19 during the Thursday ABC interview, seemingly blaming them for the ongoing shortages of consumer goods that have led many to mock the president as Empty Shelves Joe. You know what I'm saying? He's building up some names for himself. He's not just Sleepy Joe anymore. He's not just Creepy Joe anymore. Now he's Empty Shelves Joe. You know, and this is a show of how low America is now. America is not regarded anymore. You see what I'm saying? America is not regarded, not in any high esteem as it once was, at all. It's highly despised, as is written in Obadiah. You know what I'm saying? That's the scriptures. Let's get that. Obadiah, verse 2. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. These devils are despised all around the world, man. Let's continue with the article. It says, despite viral photos depicting thousands of cargo ships lined up at the port of Los Angeles ready to unload their goods, Adeyemo claimed that the supply chain issues plaguing so many U.S. retailers are an international issue and will only let up when a sufficient percentage of the country has been given the happy juice. Describing the disastrous economic conditions as an economy that's in transition, Adeyemo acknowledged that we are seeing high prices for some of the things that people have to buy. While he praised the administration's stimulus payments, he also pinned the blame squarely on the unjuiced. Right? Let's look at that. Let's look at that wording right there. An economy that is in transition. An economy that's in transition. All right? Think about that. An economy that is in transition. These are, this is that means for Esau to get everything back into his court. You know what I'm saying? Basically, to get the ball running, in his favor again. You see, he doesn't understand that this can't go any further. He doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand that. He thinks that he can change that. He thinks that he can offset the prophecies. All right. Let me see if I can get this precept real quick. Let's see. This is in Job. I'm looking for Job chapter. Here we go. Here's one of the precepts here. This is Job chapter 20, verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Right? The word straits means difficulty. He's going to be in difficult times, man. And it's difficult trying to get this narrative, just to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. It's been difficult trying to get y'all to, to bow down to this, these mandates. It's been difficult. It's been difficult for him to persuade y'all. But in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right? When Esau gets this thing going, man, he's got the robot dogs, he's got the super soldiers, he's got the the military in place, all these things. When he's about to fill his belly, right? The Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn, and cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. Yeah, World War III is about to kick off, man. That's talking about the nukes, and World War III is about to kick off. Right? So let's see. You see, he can't pass the amount of time that's allotted to him. Right? He can't do it. This is Job. This is the precept I wanted. This is Job chapter 14. Job chapter 14 verse 4. It says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Not one. Esau is slated to be the wicked. He's slated to be the destroyer. He's slated to be this corrupt vessel. Right? As it is written in the book of Romans. You see? The vessel fitted for dishonor, fitted for destruction. Verse 5, Job chapter 14:5, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Edom does not understand that their rulership only has a set amount of time. It only has a set amount of time, man. You see what I'm saying? Let's jump to chapter 15, verse 20. Job 15:20, it says, the wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of his years is hidden to the oppressor. It's hidden to him. Esau doesn't know when his final day is. He doesn't know that. He don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he's scrambling the way he's scrambling. Let's go to Revelations chapter 12. Right? Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. That means all of those that's in this truth, all of those that have the eye salve. All those of us that have the understanding, because what's the scripture say in Isaiah 33:6? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. Wisdom and knowledge. You see, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. This is that holy place. This is that holy place that Yahawashi spoke about. You know what I'm saying? When you see the desolation spoken of in the abomination of desolation spoken of in the book of Daniel, stand in the holy place. And this is that holy place, man. The very fact that you know the name of Yahawah and Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying, the Most High and his Son, you know what I'm saying, automatically puts you in a better position than over 90% of the world. Just off that fact alone. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, this is that holy place. This is that holy place, man, because when all hell is breaking loose out here, what you gonna have is the knowledge and the comfort that the Most High is the one that's behind all of this. And if you fear and trust him and seek him, he is going to be the one that's responsible for giving you your salvation, for giving you your covering, your protection, that thawah that we are looking for, and ultimately that penny that we should be rewarded for our diligence. You see what I'm saying? Let's continue. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. That's everyone else that's outside of this truth, man. Because everyone else is walking around blinded. Everyone. You got to think about that. Really focus and meditate on that. So many don't know this truth. So many, and we talking about those that's in the church. We talking about atheists. We talk about agnostics. All these jokers out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Just playing the games. They have no idea. None. Right? It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Right? The number of his days are hidden from him. But he sees what's going on. And he sees the chariots. And he sees the holy people waking up and calling on those names again. The very names that he had, that he has hidden for centuries, for millennia. Think about that. Right? Let's get back to this article. This is what the heathen says. He says, the reality is that the only way we're going to get to a place where we work through this transition is if everyone in America and everyone around the world gets that happy juice. You see, he ain't just say, he didn't just say America. He said everyone around the world. What's that tell you? Let's go back to Revelations and let's go to chapter 3. Right? Revelations chapter 3, verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Everyone finna get this work, man. Everybody gonna have to make the decisions. Everybody. Right? Okay, so it pretty much just goes into the supply chain disruptions. Okay. Yeah, so let's continue. Let's go to Micah. Right? Yeah, that's enough for the article, man. You know, you get this from RT News, RT.com, right? You can look this up. As a matter of fact, it's right on the front page as the most popular article. People are realizing the bullshit, man. And that's leading into this lesson. Let's continue. Let's go to Micah. All right. Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Let's hit that real quick. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. You see, these men devise iniquity. They work evil upon their beds, man. They don't rest. They don't rest unless they cause men to stumble. Right? Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. And it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. You see what I'm saying? Who can turn a clean thing from an unclean? Not one. Not one. These people are who they are, and they're going to stay the way they are. That's just how they've been made, man. And these devils can't learn righteousness, as the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? Shall they be given mercy? Yet will they not learn righteousness, man? Let's go to Zechariah chapter 8. Because this is what's going to happen, man. You know, all this food shortages, because we about to see these store shelves. You know, as a matter of fact, let me go down. There's a comment that I read earlier. Let me see. Yeah, there's a comment that I had read earlier, and I was like, dude, you know, they don't even know, bro. They don't even know what's up. Oh, look at that. This dude knows. Christopher Nadell, he says the Great Reset is a war on all of humanity. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know. You know, because many of these Edomites understand what the deal is, man. It's just these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians that don't get it. They always getting it at the last minute when it's too late for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn. If I don't find it, then I don't find it. Yeah, it is what it is, man. But essentially, right? Essentially, what what the person commenting said was along the lines of, "Hey, I live in a red state, in a red county, and there's no shortages here. You know, our Walmart is filled with boxes and filled with stuff like." And I'm like, dude, this woman has no understanding. She has no understanding. This is a chain reaction that's going to take place, man. You know, and imagine what's going to happen to her and many of the people who think that way. You know, they're going to see the truth for what it is, and they're not going to know what to do with themselves. Right? They're not going to know what to do with themselves, man. So let's go to Zechariah chapter 8, verse 10. And let's read. It says, "For before these days there was no hire for man, nor any hire for beast, neither was there any peace to him that went out or came in, because of the affliction. For I set all men, every one against his neighbor." And these are the times that we about to see. These are them days, man. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 6. Verse 24. 2 Ezra 6 and 24. And it reads, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." You see, these jokers are gonna fight each other. They're gonna fight each other. They're gonna be killing each other like they enemies, like they're sworn enemies. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I believe I was listening to the brother earlier. Bakar Amath, Bakar Amath. Um, I believe his name is, and you know, and he was hitting it on heavy, man, because you know when the time comes, people are not going to remember, you know, any good times that they had. And that's the scriptures. That's what the scriptures say, man. The scriptures say in affliction, you know, men forget prosperity. You see? They forget times of prosperity in the days of affliction. They forget that. So what's gonna happen when you ain't been eating in the last 3 days? You know what I'm saying? You ain't been eating. What's going to happen? You're going to look at your neighbor and you're going to be like, give me what you got, man. You know what I'm saying? These jokers are going to be on that level, you know, on that level. And it's going to be, I don't care. I don't care that we had a cookout a couple months ago. I don't care. You know, it's going to get that bad. It's going to get that bad. And then and then the lawlessness is going to get real, man. You're going to see all kinds of hell out here, man. People are going to be like, hey, you know, I always did have a thing for your daughter, you know. Yeah, it's going to get that bad. Yeah, it's going to get that bad. You see what I'm saying? It's going to get that bad. And the prophet's been out here telling this, man. They've been talking about this, man. We've been spreading the word, you know what I'm saying, as far and as wide as we could. You know? First and foremost, the Most High has been reaching. As a matter of fact, let's go to Romans. Let's go to Romans. Let's hit this point real quick, man, because people don't understand. People don't understand, man. All right. This is Romans chapter 10, verse 21. It says, but to Israel he saith all day long, I have stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. You see what I'm saying? All day long, he done spoken and spoken and spoken and lifted and stretched out his hands, man. He's been doing that through the men, through his prophets. You see what I'm saying? Those that went out and taught and spoke and preached on the highways and the byways, man, doing these videos, trying to warn the sheep, because the time's coming where there ain't gonna be no more warnings. You see? Let's go back to 2nd Esdras. Let's hit chapter 15, verse 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. The lawlessness, and we're already seeing it right now. We're seeing the looting. We're seeing the stores being broken in, man. People are just snatching stuff up, and it's about to intensify, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop, man. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. It's about to get real, man. And all these people out here that's been playing around, you know what I'm saying, thinking, oh no, Jacob's trouble is gay. Yo, whoever that nigga was, I believe he was in IUIC, whoever that dude was who said Jacob's trouble is gay, he is going to have a hard time. The Most High is going to make an example out of that dude. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High is about to make a lot of examples out of the house of Israel, man, especially those that are in the leadership seats. You see what I'm saying? Men like General Yohana, Bishop Nathaniel, Priest Zabak, you know what I'm saying? Brother Naquan, whoever, you know what I'm saying? You know, talking about the MOTB is everything but the RFID. You see? Vatazan, all these men, Sakari, all these dudes out here Sitting here talking about some reality shows, man. The Most High is about to make your life a reality show before the entire congregation. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is not to be played with. He's not to be played with. His word is not to be played with, man. He puts his word before his own name. You see what I'm saying? With the Most High, his word truly is his bond. And if you mess around with that, then you mess around with your own salvation. You see what I'm saying? This is not a game, man. This is serious business. And the only ones that's really been harking on this has been the men of Great Millstone, beginning with the leadership on down. You see what I'm saying? It's about to get real out here, man. Let's end this off with Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 9. It says, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." Man, people are going to be betraying one another, man. It's going to be bad. Let's continue. "And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another." Think about that, man. You got these jokers that's been looking so hard to enjoy their Christmas. You know, they've been looking forward to you know, having things go back to normal. You know, the very thing that was advertised to them ever since this whole thing began, right? They've been waiting for it and waiting for it. Now that's taken from them. You know, there ain't gonna be no food on the shelves. Their children ain't gonna have no Christmas. Their stockings ain't gonna be filled. And the media is just gonna be saying, "Oh, it's because these guys they don't want to get juiced up. They don't want to get that juice. They don't want to get that happy juice, that potion. They don't want to get that." And it's because of them, it's why your babies ain't got no Christmas. It's because of them, it's why you ain't got no food. It's why you ain't got no you know, no peanut butter and jelly in the closet, in the cabinets. Think about the amount of of animosity that's going to be in the air. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say what they say. That's why Yahawashi said it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that real quick. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, it says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household." You see? Think of how many families are being broken apart because of this happy juice. Think about it. Let's end this off. Verse 12. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. It says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." The love of many shall wax cold in these days that's coming. Right? So hold fast. Let's go back to Proverbs. And let's hit that opening scripture one last time. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 10. It says, "If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small." Hold fast, Israel, man, because we almost out of here. We almost out of here. Hold fast, Israel. We are almost out. I'm going to cut that there, man. I pray this was edifying. I want to say, call Halayim La, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem HaWakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and is pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwah that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatha. Shalom.